Hey Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today it's going to be a little pastel, rainbowy, dreamy kind of blend. So if you'd like to see how I got those looks, then just keep on watching. Let's do some magical pastels. Okay, I'm being too much already. So I have my lid primed and prepped and ready with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in white, and my batteries just said that they're about to die. And I just turned my camera on, so see how much of this I can get done before the batteries run out. So I'm going to take my Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends palette. There are pre-orders available now. I do not have a code, maybe one day, but you can go on ahead and pre-order, and it is worth every penny. So I'm going to take my ABH A14 brush. I'm going to go into the shade Giggle, which is a light, well, it's the pastel purple. But I'm going to go ahead and start to do that on the outer crease area and wing it out. I'm really focusing on doing like patting motions. Just tap, tap, tap through. I'm kind of working on trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my room. So my camera, I don't like the setup and everything. And I'm going to have to do some cleaning out and getting rid of some stuff. And hopefully I'll be rearranged sometime in the near future. Just going to wing this out a bit. I'm going to take it to about right where it's 1/4 of the way on the eyeball area of the lid. I'm going to clean the brush off and go into the shade Dream, which is a darker pastel blue. And I'm just going to apply that into the crease, doing patting motions. Patting, going back and forth. We're going to get that shape mapped out and the colors built up. I am obsessed with this look, really. I did it the day before yesterday, so I did it on Tuesday. I had no plans on doing any type of makeup look, and I was like, I want to do a look. My day doesn't feel complete without playing with some makeup. So I come in here and I was like, well, what do you want to do? And I picked up the palette and I just got some brushes out and I just started dipping into the pastels. I was like, alright, we're going to rock it. So I'm going back and forth, building the pigment up. I'm going to take it about halfway, taking it about halfway into the crease. Next up, I'm going to take Inside Joke on the ABH A14 brush as well. I just cleaned it off and just packing it down and kind of blending it with Dream. I'm going to take it a little higher because I'm not going to blend it out with anything. If anything, I'm blending it out with the same color once I get to where I need to get a fluffier brush. And I'm going to take it to about having the smallest amount where the ball of your eye starts to go more inwards towards your nose. I'm going to leave about a fourth of my crease just the way it is. And I'm going to grab my ColourPop E1 brush and I'm going to go into the shade Secrets, which is a stunning pastel yellow. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just pack it down and I'm going to take it. It's going to be pretty dramatic. I'm going to go close to the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to blend it kind of with Inside Joke. And I'm just going to do circular motions to blend it upwards and outwards. Blend it upwards, outwards, and look at how softened that is. And you can really see that though it is a pastel yellow that kind of comes off as super, super pale in the palette, it's pigmented enough to where it's just like, wow. So now I'm going to clean this brush off and I'm going to go into Inside Joke with my Farah 6 short shading brush. I'm gonna make sure I have it cleaned off as well. And I'm gonna take a little bit more of Inside Joke and just blend that. Just kind of pat it back and forth. And do little baby blends. Now I'm going to take my Luxie 237 brush and just a little bit more of Inside Joke, top off the excess, and do little spinnies, circular motions. So with that same far brush, I'm going to make sure that it's cleaned off, and I'm going to go into Bubble Bath, which is probably my most favorite pastel blue shade ever. And I'm just going to blend out Dream with it. I'm just patting it down. Doing circular motions, forwards and backwards, backwards and forwards. And the same thing, I'm going to take that Luxie 237 brush and some more of that shade. And just get it nice and blended. And I'm going to go in and touch up Inside Joke. Now to blend out Giggle, I'm going to go into Promise, which is a super beautiful, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a, more of a, what's the name of that color? It's not lavender and it's not purple, but it's like a pinkish purple. It's so pretty. It's too purple to be pink, but too pink to be a purple. So I'm going to take that on the ColourPop E1 brush and just give that a nice little blend. Back and forth windshield wiper motions. And then forwards and backwards and forwards. You want to use the lightest amount of pressure possible. That will be how you get the better color payoff. If you're putting a lot of pressure down, you're not going to have the color payoff that you would normally have versus having a lighter hand. And I know that sometimes I'll be holding my brushes lower. That will also make you apply more pressure and you will lose your pigment. So you want to hold your brush as far back at the end of the handle as possible and just gently work that brush and build up that color. This look kind of low-key reminds me of The Puzzle Place. Have you watched The Puzzle Place? That was my favorite thing growing up. One of them. I had a lot of favorites growing up, I think. So I'm going to take that Fara brush yet again, and I'm going to go back into Giggle. Really just focus on building that back up. Blend, blend, blenderoo. That's my motto. Just the easiest way. The most gentlest of blends. And they're already getting together quite nice. And that color's coming back and it's damn near seamless. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into Dream and just kind of work that in there. Touch it up a little bit. Because we want to have a little definition where you could tell you had a tiny bit of a darker color built up in the crease area, because we're going to cut the crease as well. Little back and forth spinny motions, circular motions. And I'm going to go in and touch up Bubble Bath with that Luxie 237 brush. Just, oh my goodness, isn't that just stunning? I know that I kind of oogle over this palette quite a bit, but I never thought that I would need another palette aside from like the Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette. And then I got this one and I was like, oh, that's giving the Carnival 3 palette a run for its money. And honestly, I can't remember the day that it came in, but like since I used it, since I got it, it's pretty much been one of the only palettes that I've used. So what I'm going to do now is I'm getting some more of that clean canvas in white and I'm placing it on the back of my hand. I'm going to take my Morphe M421 brush, and what I'm going to do now is get some of that onto the brush, and I'm going to just go ahead and cut the crease. I'm doing this a little bit differently today. Alright, camera battery's died. Current mood. Okay, just kidding. I'm in a really good mood. So what I'm going to do now is make sure that I'm not having much creasing going on. I have noticed that with this Gerard Cosmetics white base, it's quite... I feel like it dries quite quickly compared to the regular, like the one in Fair. Fair is my favorite, but I felt like for this, the white tends to bring colors out more. Now this palette is pigmented, but I wanted to make sure that I was getting like the most pigment. So what I'm going to do now is go into that I'm going to take my e.l.f. brush. It's just like a little liner brush. I'm going to go into Giggle, and I'm going to start from the inner corner and apply it. I'm really burpy today, so I'm sorry if I'm all like like stopping what I'm saying, because I don't want to be rude and just like totally burp on you guys. And patting that down. So now I'm going to take a little bit of Promise, and I'm going to do the same thing just to kind of get it blended with Giggle. I'm just stamping this down and kind of going back and forth with it. We're going to go back into Giggle in a little bit, but now I'm going to take Sunsets and just pat it down. Kind of map out my halo shape. Go back into Promise. And then go back into Giggle. Now I'm going to take that Fara brush. It is the number 6 short shading brush. I'm going to go into Secrets. And, ready for it? I'm going to pat it all on this little winged out area here. Oh, yeast. Yeast, yeast. Alright. Now I'm going to take this little Morphe brush that I have no idea what the name of it is. Pretty sure it's a pencil one. And I'm going to go into Inside Joke. And pat it. And get it blended with Secrets. Doing little baby tiny back and forth windshield wiper motions. Then I'm going to take Bubble Bath, bring that in just a little bit and get it blended nicely with Inside Joke. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit more Secrets, bring that in a little bit. And I'm going to clean that brush off and go into Inside Joke real quick like and pat it out and get it nice and blended. I love Inside Joke too. Like, if I think that I'm going to hit pan on any shade or any couple of shades first, I think that I'd probably hit pan first in Bubble Bath, Inside Joke, Signs to Bewitched, Spellbound, and Submerged. Those will probably be the ones. Any one of those will be what gets the pan showing first. I want to say I'm getting pretty close though on one of them. Oh yeah, I think Barley. Did I hit pan on Barley? No. Yeah, just a tiny bit. No, I just had a little reflect in it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Kama Cosmetics little diamond glitter eyeshadow and my BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. It is a little tiny baby fan, and I'm going to, and this is really messy so I can't really pick it up to show you, but it's like just liquid, it's just finely milled like glitter, like an eyeshadow. It's super white and iridescent, but it also has a nice little shift to it. Like how it looks in the container is it looks like it's like white with like green reflex, but then there's like some pink reflex, so then it really kind of translates as like a purple reflect somewhat on the lid. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pop it on. Oh yes. I have a video that I'm working on about my Kama Cosmetics order, and there were some things that I had wrong on like names and stuff, so I'm gonna go in and fix that. I need to like film some parts to add in before I put that one up, because I really want to talk about them. They're like a really cool brand. Okay, so it's a little bit unblended in around the glitter eyeshadow that we just applied. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same Morphe brush and a little bit of Bubble Bath, and I'm just going to give it a little pat, pat, pat. And that'll get it nice and blended almost seamlessly. And then I'm going to go into Sunsets. Do the same thing, a little pat, 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 pat. And that is about as seamless as I could ask for. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to take my ColourPop E10 brush, make sure that it's cleaned off, go into Promise. And I'm taking a little bit more of Giggle and just making sure that it is nice and blended together with Sunsets. Just do a little baby pats. It's really all you need. Okay, so let me clean these brushes off just real quick. I'm going to take my Suga 610 brush and my Mantra liners that were gifted to me by Devault Beauty Lounge. I absolutely love them. The ones that I've tried so far are amazing. So I'm just going to take the white one, and the mantra says, good things can and will happen for me. And I believe that. Good things can and they will happen for me. I'm working really hard for good things, and I believe that one day I will achieve my dreams, and that would be the good things happening for me. I can't talk and do this, so I'll read you the mantra on the other one in just a minute, but I'm going to try to voice over if I feel like it's needed. But what I'm really going to do is focus it from this little bit here where you can still kind of see the line, and make it be about right here. And then I'm going to blend the orange with that. Okay? So now I'm going to take the mantra liner, and I am creating a wonderful life. And I actually feel like I am. I'm trying really hard to do that. I'm just going to get some of that and go on ahead and give that a nice little wing and a blend. I don't remember how I did this so seamlessly last time I did this look. Whew. And I feel like I've been running a whole mile because I've been holding my breath this whole time. I'm going to go back into a little bit of that white liner real quick and get that nice and blended together. Real quick, I'm going to go in and touch up a few shades. I'm going to get a little bit more of Bubble Bath. Blend it. And a little bit more of Inside Joke. And I'm going to go ahead and pat on just a little bit more of Secrets. Going to clean up this shadow wing. And I'm going to take a little bit more of the I Am Creating a Wonderful Life liner and just kind of line it up one single line. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add my stars. I wasn't quite sure if you wanted to see how I add my stars. It's the same way that I add my gems. I just use some Duo Lash Glue and my tweezers and just stick them down. So I'm gonna go do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I am loving it. This is my second time doing this look. I'll probably do it again. I absolutely am obsessed, and I did it all with the blends palette and a couple of liners from DeVault Beauty Lounge, and I'm in love. I used the Senorita lashes in Vicky for my lashes. The glitter is from Pretty Weird Cosmetics, but I don't think that they exist anymore, so I'm sorry about that, but you might can find some alternatives on Amazon. So, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what you'd like to see next down below. Don't forget to use the hashtag #SlightlyUnblended for your chance to be featured in an upcoming video. In case you'd like to keep up with my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, I will have all my social medias down below: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook page. And if you want to keep up with me when I am here on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me and would help me out a lot. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, thumbs it down. It's engagement. And I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!